Hello and welcome to the vlog. And today, in case you've missed the thumbnail, where am I? Nothing very exciting as you can see here. An old rusty fence, but I'm 64 metres above sea level. And just here, if you need a bigger clue, I have a very large tower, some 370 metres on top of that level. And if you've driven around here, you've probably used this as a vantage point to know where you're going many times. Yes, I'm in Guardamar. This tower was actually built by the US Navy, was then handed over to the Spanish Navy and is used to communicate to the submarine fleet. It's the tallest military structure in the whole of Europe. And now I've just told you it's 360 metres above, I find this sign which says 380, so one of the two is incorrect, the internet or this. So seeing it's the military, I'll take it they know what they're talking about. Let's go and have a look around Guardamar. Well, the next 2 minutes I had planned won't be happening. Here we have El Castillo, the castle. It has a fantastic vantage point. You can see all over Guardamar. Currently closed for 2 months for works. So, who needs views anyway? There's the outside of it, and we'll go to town. So we'll have facts from the town square instead. Guardamar has some 15,000 people who live here, although I think that becomes 15 million in the summer. 2/3 of which are Spanish. Of that 2/3, 40% of them are Valencian speaking. It's the most southerly Valencian speaking part. I picked Guardamar this week because you have the Fiesta or Guares. This will take place on the beach where there'll be a lot of music, as is normal in Spain, many fireworks and a large amount of bonfires. If it's anything like Elche, local lunatics will also be jumping over them. I think beer helps in this. The main shopping centre in Guardamar is one very long road where you can find everything you need. The only downside is the road is very busy, so crossing to and fro can be a bit of a problem. Particularly like the artwork on this cafe here. And here we have the lovely Guardamar Harbour. I must admit I'm embarrassed to say, until a couple of months ago, I didn't even know this place existed. Probably because I haven't got the money to afford one of these. This section here is open to the public, and the pontoons in the middle are all gated. So you find the more cheap ones in this section still well out of my range. There is a little one on the end, which would be just perfect for me. We'll go and have a look. There we go, much more me. Oh, no, sorry, one next door. There, much more like it. I could probably just about afford this one. The sad thing is, even on this cheap section here, and a boat this size, with moorings at over 200 euros a month, I couldn't even afford to keep it here. As we get into the central gated areas, you can see that the boats get a little bit more impressive and a bit bigger. Strange thing is, the biggest ones are on the far side, and that isn't actually gated. Perhaps it's something to do with the accessibility. We're going to have a look at some of the nicer ones. And still they get better and better. Perhaps you could all chip in and buy me one. I'll go and pick one from the far side for you. There we go, far more my style. In fact, I'd have any of them in this far section. If you want to pop down and buy it, it'd be a great Christmas present for me. I'll even let you go out in it once. Just past the harbour, you can find the mouth of the Segura, where Guardamar gets its official name, Guardamar del Segura. This section here will be a hive of activity in a few weeks' time, as all the fishermen come in to see what they can catch. As we continue to spin around, we'll see the start of just a mere 11 kilometers of beach that Guardamar has the privilege of, and the main part of the town can just be seen in the distance. It has its market days here every Wednesday, but at this time of the year, every night there is a special night market. I will pop back over later, as I've never done it myself, and see what it's actually like. Just down the road from the market, you have Parque Reina Sofia. Plenty of wildlife. Just underneath me here, we have a collection of tortugas. And if I can get up to him without scaring him, we have this impressive beast. And here we have Guardamar Beach itself. Now I've just walked across it. Now the 15,000 people that live here must be all on the beach at the moment. It's packed. Now as we move around, you'll find many bars on the seafront. Obviously, be expected to pay tourist prices. Pub of the week won't be happening in any of these, I can assure you. I've just seen one of the lesser spotted looky men here as well. Well, we're in a bit of luck today. The lesser spotted looky, I've just walked along here a bit, and I just have to show you, I've managed to find a complete nest of them. The whole family and clan are there. Must be on dinner break. I have to say, after Elche, or Elche if you'd rather use the local name, this place is rapidly becoming one of my favourite places. This is just down the bottom of town. Across the road you have lovely views all the way along, and the whole stretch of the road has bars all the way along it. You have to be careful here though. If you ever come over here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this place really does come to a standstill for shops and things, and nothing opens again until 5 o'clock. Although of course the bars stay open as normal. Something I see a lot on forums, the links to which are underneath in the description, is care for your pets. Now San Anton here in Guardamar has 24-hour care. To get to it is very easy. The roundabout is just up here on the left. You're coming from the Torrevieja direction, you take the first exit. If you're coming from the other direction, i.e. Elche, you would drive up to the second exit and hit that same roundabout. It's a very, very useful place, 24-hour care, always open for emergencies. And here we are at 11:30 at night, and we have the Guardamar night market.
Espectacular queimada que cura todos los males. Podéis pasar a probarla. Por favor, cuidado con la hoguera, no os acerquéis demasiado.
Guardamar did have a lot of damage to the beach huts a few years ago. Still hasn't been sorted out. Kind of sums up my feelings of Uguares. Promised a lot, didn't really enjoy it. A lot of fire, people dancing around the fire, throwing sand on it. It's probably very good if you're the teen to 20s age group, where afterwards it's a big disco, party, try to get off with each other. But the actual event itself, back to Elche for me next year. Well, you may have noticed, this week there is no pub of the week. The reason being, as I've just discovered, I have never been to any pub in Guardamar more than once. So I couldn't possibly give a recommendation about somewhere when I've never found somewhere to like yet. So it's back to the beach for a small clip of that instead. Even some people in the distance there doing some yoga. Well, that's goodbye from Guardamar. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification button. And while you're over here, make sure you walk in some of their nature areas. Well worth a look. So until the next time, hasta luego.